Hello there, viewer. First off, I would just like to touch up on the fact that it's a Sunday. Who likes a Sunday? If you like a Sunday, then I think you are a Sunday. I am factually speaking, from my perspective, how could the two possible days, Monday, Sunday, possibly be of any existential person's favorite? Now, if you ask me personally, my favorite day is a Friday, and could it not be any more obvious? Like, you get Friday and then you get the Saturday and the Sunday off. Actually 3 in 1. The lux of that. The lux of, going out, doing whatever you want, and then not having to worry because you got 2 extra days off. But this is just me being very close-minded thinking, because obviously a lot of you are going to be working 24 and 24, so you won't be why is there a BMW parked right outside my window? This is another thing that I want to disclose. This new room that I've moved into, it's very much exposed. On the side here, can you see that big ass window? This window right here has to be the size of a cinema screen, and then you've got this big ass window in front as well that I'm facing right now with the stand of recording. So practically I think the whole public can see me. The people, there's a house right in front facing me with windows. There's a person who's parked and drive that's getting out of their car. There's a road right across, so if there's no traffic flow, then they're gonna turn their head and they're gonna face me right now. There's a pavement, there's people walking up and down, up and down, and I would say that they're just about 2 meters away from seeing me. So I feel very exposed. They can see my fucking bed down there. This is the reason why I don't have my blinds open, but we're in April now and it's getting lit, so I'm not about to wait until midnight to record videos. Anyways, my debate wins. If you like Sundays, then you are there's something that I think there's a glitch in the system, and you probably haven't thought about it strongly enough. Unless Sunday, do you know what? It's not even about having days off, because even if I was to say, give me a Sunday off and give me a Monday off, it just feels wrong. It just feels wrong. As I was saying, it just feels off-putting. Another reason, grocery shops. All the shops. Unless it's like the city center, but even then. Clothing shops, groceries, malls, whatever people call that in English. Or in England, sorry for that. People, do you know what? Why don't people place open work places for people who actually do want to work? Of course none of us really want to work, but none of us want to work, but we do want to work because we do need that. We need that currency to keep the flow in this existential living crisis. So why not actually extend the hours, and people can go home early on Sunday, but why not bring some people in that need that extra coin, am I onto something, or am I just literally speaking dog water? Because if I am, I'm just gonna sip this. Some iced tea that I got yesterday from Chinatown in Manchester. Do you know what? I just have to get this off my chest. I feel like I'm just getting very used to this city in Manchester, and it's getting to a point where I just want to leave. Not permanently, okay? I'm grateful, I'm grateful. I can put up with the weather here. But I just need some, I need a new atmospheric feel. I need something to just hit me, you know? I need a Visco summer, like take me to LA, to, I was gonna say Boulevard, but I'm just another American. Like, do you see these calculations? Do you see this intelligence? Like, just take me to America. Like, I'd fit right in. I'm not calling you guys stupid. I'm just saying that, you know, like, I'm very like-minded. But you know, the pine trees, once I'm off boarding the plane, the different oxygen particles that I can infuse, inhale. I don't know what the air ratio is like there. Is it clammy? Is it very fresh air? Is it hot in LA? Especially during the summer, like, what is it like? The pavements. If any of you guys actually know, like, I would actually, I would like a little bit of infeed. I'm a little bit too lazy to do a Google search as of now. Yeah, but I would love an LA summer. An LA, like, I'm just envisioning the main streets of LA, going up and down the pavement, the Great Pink Wall, that's kind of popular. That was really popular back in the day, when Instagram was in its newly phased era. You know, Selena Gomez, the Kylie Jenners. Sorry, I meant the Kardashians and the Jenners, of course. Some guy just walked past my window and it's literally like, what, 50 inches away. Jesus Christ. This is a very interesting layout. I won't complain though. The sizing of this room is, height-wise, pretty good for a tall person. So you don't go in like feeling like you're closed in, which I will shame UK interiors. It can feel a little bit cramped depending on where you're living. But I personally feel like a Friday always tops it. You can just go to the club, and then that is if you're off though. I am considering you guys that are working on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, but hypothetically it is labeled as the day off. And just envision, you know, taking some time off. Jeez, am I leaning wrong? Just envision taking some time off. You have time to sober up the next day and get your shit together, and then just go about your day, and then you've got Sunday, the day after, you know, to take initiative. So that in itself, amazing. Another topic on my mind that's been mind bubbling: lightweight people, heavyweight people. Is it called heavyweight? I'm still somewhat new to the alcoholic world. I actually don't know if there's particular like labeled people. In instance, people that know exactly what alcohol to get when they get to the club, or if people just have a mix of like their favorites, what they've tried, what they haven't tried. I feel like I'm that type of person. I know certain drinks that I like, that I don't like. Malibu Coke. I used to be that person. Malibu Coke, Sex on the Beach, Porn Star Martini, all like the dirty sounding names. I know. Very tropical names actually. White Russian, like vodka orange. I sound very plain, but I'm literally getting there. Like, I'm trying to inquire my taste. I've only just properly started to drink since last year. like fully, so I mean, you can't really judge me. If I was to go to LA, I think it's 21 in all states in America. But I think if I was to go LA or America, I wouldn't even be able to drink. Which is that's very interesting too. I don't know if most of you guys agree with that in America. But yeah. So I probably have to wait another year until I could go. But it's pricey, so it's not even like I have the bank to do that, and I'm just gonna be upfront. I have more important things. Do you know what? That's really important to travel the world, but I have more important things that I don't want to spend my money on that I probably do need to spend on. That wording is correct. I stand by that. But speaking of drinking, I've never understood why certain people, they get so aggravated with alcohol, and why some people, they literally act like the class clown of the class clowns. What is going on? What is going through in your mind? I just feel drowsy, like I've had a whole package of prescribed medicine from a doctor, and I just can't, fully walk straight. But nothing, like, thought-wise, my head's always empty. Well, not always, but when I'm drinking, I feel like it's more empty. So I don't know, sometimes I literally I'll be stood up and just be zoning out, or I don't know if I'll just end up looking lost sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I do like drinking, I do like having a blast, tuning into music. It does soften me. It like relaxes you. It's known for that. But I don't get random thoughts of killing people or, starting a whole rampage of harassment. What is this? Is this like hindsighted like trauma? Is this like the real you coming out? Because I'm petrified. Back to the fact that it's a Sunday. I've gone over the timely limit. All the shops are closed now. It's super overstimulating because it is the sky is bright blue. The sun is shining through. All the grocery shops are closed. So that either means I'm gonna have to get a takeaway, or I'm gonna have to go to a one-stop shop to, I don't know, get some snacks. But that in itself is like, I don't know, that's the hardship of it. Obviously I can't just live on potato chips like I could, but it's not gonna be good when I go to the bathroom. Neither would a takeaway. But like, what are my options? I can't even go to a grocery shop to get groceries because it's a Sunday and all the shops are closed. So this brings up my other thought, like, for the people that are looking for jobs, that are literally willing to work any days of the week, why not put them in that segment of that little time span when the rest of the people go home on a Sunday? Like, am I onto something or am I not? Am I onto something or am I not? Or why can't all shops be just 24/7? Like, I don't even mean like close at 12. I mean 24/7. The people during the day to the afternoon to the night, they kind of go home, and then people during literal midnight, they can go in. And I'm talking for all shops, like all literal shops. I'm probably gonna have to go to McDonald's or something, but I've been over abusing that. Consistency is key, but when it comes to discipline, I feel like it's so difficult for people to swap in and swap out. I feel like we can always pick and choose what we want to discipline in ourselves, but it's also kind of unrealistic. I personally feel like to perfect everything in our lives, Because for me, I was like thinking, like, I need to get my money up. I need to renovate my room. I need to have a perfect skincare routine whilst also having a perfect hair care routine, updating my entire, like, you know, fashion wardrobe. But I feel like all that in itself, it's achievable if you still have your sanity. But other than that, I feel like you have to kind of pick and choose. Speaking of, you know, keeping your promises and being disciplined, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not been disciplined enough. I was gonna go to the gym, but I've been working in and out, like, a lot. So I could, but I've decided not to, because I'm gonna get back to that. But mentally, as of now, I'm taking a break from the gym. And I feel like that's okay. That's okay. You shouldn't feel life threatened for breaking a streak. Yes, you could like beat yourself to it, but I'm not gonna do that. Which is why I've got a full packet of protein powder, brown sugar because I'm healthy, Nutella, PB&J. Do you know, this is saddening. I'm gonna like not talk about this because this is hurting me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get going and probably get on with my life and do something quick. So yeah, I apologize if this wasn't like a super enthusiastic video. I just want to rant to you because you're my friend, you're my viewer, you're my YouTube viewer. Speaking of okay, no more yapping. That's it. Right. Bye.